Hi and welcome to West Yorkshire Shooting Sports. Today we're having a look at something a little bit different on the channel. We have some ammo that we're going to be testing. So what we have in front of me is Wapiti Ammunition. Now I actually approached Wapiti because I discovered them through, I was visiting a company whilst I was out and about, and I saw the ammo available and I was like, what's that? Because I've never seen Wapiti ammo before. And I was informed that they're a UK company that started manufacturing rounds. Now, as far as I'm aware, there isn't actually any British manufactured ammunition other than the ones used by the military. So I was quite intrigued by these bullets. These rounds. So I messaged the company and said, I'm interested in possibly doing some content with you. And Wapiti very kindly provided me with a number of different popular UK calibers for me to be able to test and let them know my thoughts on them. So in front of me we have the 223 Remington 60 grain. So these are 60 grain hollow point bullets. These are flying in around 2,742 feet per second. At 100 yards, they're around 2,300, and at 200 yards, they're around 1914. So that's what they've been tested at. We then have, just move them to the side, the 243 Winchester 85 grain CHP in hollow points. So these fly at 3,152 feet per second. At 100 yards, 2,839, and at 200 yards, 2,553 feet per second. So fast little bullet. We then have the 308 Winchester 128 grain CWT. So these are the ballistic tipped bullets. So all of these are copper rounds. So the non-toxic rounds. These fly at 2,867 feet per second. At 100 yards, 2,624. And at 200, 2,393. And last of all, we have the 6.5 Creedmoor. Now, there's a reason the rifle is sat at the side of me here, is because these are the rounds we're going to be testing first, because I have a Weatherby Mark 5 carbon mark 6.5 Creedmoor, which I'm going to be testing them through. So let's just have a quick look at these ones just to show you them. So I love the design of the case with these, and I love the British flag, sorry, the United Kingdom flag, not the British, on the front there. It's a really nice design. It is, the boxes are a little bit oversized, which is unusual for the industry. So the rounds do sort of move in the box. There's nothing wrong with that, like I say. It's just an interesting point to note. So let's just pull these out here. So they come in packs of 20, as most rounds do in the UK, and they are really nicely packed and really nicely machined bullets. I'm really interested to see how these group and how they react in the rifle. I am doing some other testing with another rifle I've got in 6.5 Creedmoor, so I'm going to be interested to see how these perform compared to another competitor's ammo that I've got access to. So, you know, I will be filming, the next part of this video will be me shooting these rounds through this rifle, and we'll test, you know, the accuracy of them and see how good they are. I'm looking forward to it, and I really do hope I get good results from these. Having speaking to the owner of Wapiti, he's very confident that these are going to be fantastic. So keep an eye out for this. If you are interested in Wapiti Ammunition, if you go onto their website, which is where's it on the box? I'm sure I've just seen it. There we are. sales@wapiti.co.uk is their email address. If you go to wapiti.co.uk, you can find their distributors and have a look. But obviously, keep an eye on the next part of the video. We'll see how these perform. So, we've been on the range, we've tested the Wapiti ammo, and I have to say I was thoroughly impressed with the way the round performed. It's the first time I've actually shot the copper rounds, and I was thoroughly impressed with the performance of them, having shot lead ammo for years, and obviously we've got the lead ban coming in. It's interesting to see how these perform. Now, as you've seen, that was shot at 100 meters using a Weatherby carbon Mark 5 carbon mark, and as you can see by the hits on the steel target, they absolutely give them a good whack. And I think the performance of these, they were hitting exactly the marks that were saying. If you saw the chronograph in the image, in the video, you'll have seen how these things performed, and they were bang on the money as it says on the box. Now, the good thing about an interesting point about these is these are actually no longer available. There is a new version of these that has been developed. They're not 120 grain anymore, they're 119. So if you have a look on Wapiti's website, you'll see there we have the Wapiti ammo, and it's coming in at 119 grain. They're called the CHP, so that's the I've forgotten the name now. Sorry, you know when your brain just goes. But anyway, so the interesting thing, so if you look at the velocity of these were flying out of the muzzle at 2,730. The new versions of them are coming out of the barrel at 2,926, so they're even faster. Now, the good thing from what PT have told me about these, and the reason behind the redevelopment of this round, is the new versions, rather than being full copper, are a copper alloy. And that will give you the benefits of less barrel fouling, higher speed, better bullet coefficient, and it's a cleaner barrel with higher performance. Now, what's going to happen in the future? So after this video, I'm going to be going and working with Bailey's Firearms Training. He's going to be getting the new version of these, sorry, that's upside down, the new version of these bullets, and we're going to be testing them and putting them up a full test, checking the velocity, the bullet coefficient, and the accuracy down on the range at Bailey's Firearms Training. So please keep an eye out for that video. You will see me and Bailey on the range with the new versions of the Wapiti 6.5 Creedmoor 119 grain CHP non-toxic. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next video for Wapiti, where we're talking about the 243. Thank you.